Okay, so we got a really great question in. Someone asking if Thor could have actually created the Infinity Stones.
Oh, that's an interesting one. You can see why someone might think that, given his power level.
Right, so let's dive into that. We'll look at the comics, the MCU, the main sources, and see what the actual lore says.
Sounds good. Because, spoiler alert maybe, but the established stories, they point to something, well, much older than Thor, like way older.
Exactly. Primordial stuff. So let's start with the comics. They first showed up as soul gems, right? Back in the early 70s.
Marvel Premiere #1. And they were pretty mysterious at first, just these powerful objects.
Totally. It wasn't until like the 90s in the Thanos Quest series.
Hey, yes. That's when we really got the origin story.
Right. We find out they're actually leftovers. Remnants of this single, incredibly powerful cosmic being.
A being that existed before our universe, and apparently it just, well, ended its own existence. Boredom, supposedly.
I mean, can you imagine that level of power?
Yeah.
And the result was these gems, which later got called the Infinity Gems, then stones.
And the scale there is just immense. It's not gods like Odin or Zeus. It's something truly fundamental. Some later stories even name it Nemesis.
And we've seen variations too, right? Like the ego gem, different multiverse versions.
Yeah.
It gets complex.
It does. But the core idea remains. These things are ancient remnants.
Thor did interact with them. I remember the power gem in the Blood and Thunder storyline. He definitely wielded it.
He did, which is a huge feat. It shows he can handle that kind of power. But handling isn't creating. The comics are pretty clear on that point.
Okay, so that's the comics. Primordial being, ancient remnants. What about the MCU? Similar vibe?
Very similar, actually. Think about what the Collector said in the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, the hologram show.
Yeah.
Something about singularities.
Exactly. He explains that before the universe, there were 6 singularities.
Just there. 6 points of existence before existence itself. Wow.
And then, boom, Big Bang happens. And afterwards, some ancient cosmic entities, maybe the Celestials, maybe others, they took these singularities
and forged them into ingots? No, wait. Stones.
Right, into the 6 Infinity Stones we know. Space, mind, reality, power, time, and soul. Then they got scattered across the universe.
And we've seen them pop up all over the place. The Tesseract, the Space Stone was a big deal early on.
Yeah.
Captain America, Avengers, Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm. And the Mind Stone, starting in Loki's scepter, then powering Vision.
The Ether, that gooey reality stone from Thor. The Dark World.
Yep. The Power Stone in Guardians. The Time Stone in the Eye of Agamotto with Doctor Strange.
And the Soul Stone hiding out on Vormir until, well,
Yeah. So across all these movies, they're consistently presented as incredibly old, incredibly powerful artifacts.
Thor is definitely involved. He saw that replica gauntlet in Odin's vault way back in the first Thor movie.
He helped identify the ether. He had that vision about the stones in Age of Ultron. And obviously his whole arc revolves around fighting Thanos because of the scones.
But again, like in the comics, it's always about him interacting with them, finding them, fighting over them.
Never about him having anything to do with their origin. The MCU sticks to that pre-universe cosmic entity creation story.
So yeah, putting it all together, neither the comics nor the movies really support the idea of Thor creating the stones. It's a cool thought experiment, though.
Definitely. And you can see where it comes from. He's the god of thunder, immensely powerful, deeply connected to cosmic events and these stones specifically.
But the canon, the actual stories Marvel tells, they consistently place the origins of the Infinity Stones way, way back, at the dawn of everything, essentially, predating Thor by billions of years.
Absolutely. They're fundamental pieces of the Marvel cosmos in both versions, not something forged by an Asgardian, however powerful.
So maybe the takeaway here is just the sheer scale we're dealing with in these stories. The Infinity Stones aren't just magic items, they're bits of cosmic history.
Exactly. Remnants of creation itself. It kind of puts everything else, even the gods, into perspective, doesn't it? Makes you think about what other foundational forces might be out there in that universe.
Definitely something to ponder. Thanks for digging into this with us.